Evening all, and welcome back to Factory Town, where I am putting in a new forester. I've been trying to do the farms over there, and I have run out of two very important things. One is wood, and I keep running out of wood, so I'm trying to fix that problem now. Slowly but surely. And the other one is fertilizer. But fertilizer I can't really fix until we actually get things going because, well, we're not making any fertilizer at the moment, so it's going to be a bit of a problem. Yeah, there we go. So there's another forester hooked up. And there we go. I'm not sure how to speed up the growth of trees. I know we've got tree planters, sorry, which allows placement of trees, but I don't think that actually increases their speed. I'm not really sure. And you can't put that underneath a tree. You've got to move the tree there. But that I would be okay with. I would remove a tree, put the plant down and put a tree on top of it. I don't feel as if that would be removing resources. That is just upgrading a resource that's there. So, but I don't think the omni plant is actually affected in any way, so not really worth doing at the moment. I can increase these. I don't know why they're at 4. Let's increase them to 5, shall we? Can they be on the Steam network as well? I hadn't even thought about that. Steam, they can. We have the Steam network. We've been ignoring the Steam network a little bit here. We're producing 2004. No, we're not. We're producing 4003 and using 2000. It goes up here. I don't know why it goes up here. Let's remove that. Oh, and then get that back up. There we go. Okay, so why don't we run it onto the Steam network as well, shall we? And, sure, only one of you is connected. Let's connect the other one. Probably a completely valid reason why it's connected there, but well. Packages can also be run into the Steam network. That's interesting. I'd forgotten about that. So that could provide a very interesting boost to the packages, because Steam I think is 100% boost. Is that correct? Yeah, it's 100% power boost whilst it's powered. So interesting. Right, and then I need to upgrade these belts here to transport the goods faster. You're running. Yeah, I'm going to put you on the Steam network as well. Let's connect you up. Boom, there you go. Enjoy extra packing speed. Now you're waiting for wood. And you're supplying the wood. Everything is awesome. Right, and we're getting a net gain on wood by the looks of it. It's tinkering around the 100% mark and doing okay. Hopefully this will actually fill up and we'll get a gain on this and everything will be awesome. Need to unpackage anything faster here, do I? Don't really think so. That's just doing wood and stone, and it's got 2 outputs for the wood. Okay, yeah, I think we're okay for that now. But interesting to know that we've got it, that we can do the packages. Sorry, I'm a little confused there because we've got metal conveyor belts going. And I haven't used the metal conveyor belts in a very long time. I'm just wondering what's happened there. And then, oh no, because I'm using lots of mana ones. That's probably why. Yeah, I'm basically using the mana pipe, the mana ones everywhere. These don't need it. If I'm honest with you, these can be happily run on the metal ones. You see this is all completely backed up here. Also, I've got a problem. I put in an extra farm here because I found somewhere else where I could get loads of farms, and discovered I didn't have enough slots to then plug this one into this barn here. So it's a bit of a problem. Not majorly, but just a bit. So let me connect up these last two farms here, and we'll have a look at getting our fertilizer going. Okay, please, right. Right. I've got to bring them up here and then take them down around the corner here because they've got to go over the top of this little bit of corner here, which is going to be really awkward to come in and actually fill up once I've got enough for the what are they called? Farm tiles. Yeah, it's going to be a little awkward to do once I've got the farm tiles going, so yeah. Maybe we should do that first, because all this is backed up and not working. It's all completely full. This is full. All the carts are full. Everything is full. As you can see. There we go. Right. Shall we work on the delivery here? Because we definitely need to fix that. We've got all our carts here sat there going, I can't do anything because I don't know what I'm doing. So, yeah. So we need to bring a train network in here, which needs to go above this. So it's got to be at least there. But it's got to be low enough to not hit that there. So let's put in this here. Doop doopy doop, and I'm going to the line. There's the line. We're not up there. Do we want to send it all around there? Is that something we want to do? Yes, we do, because it's delivering stuff there. So I didn't need to do that on the other side. So, oops. Oh well, not that that matters. I'm also going to use the better rail here. If I knew where it was, there it is. Because we want to. That can be. That's not an important bar. I think that is a fully upgraded bar. That's why I'm not quite tearing that down yet. Right. Now, is that the same level as the rest of it? It is not. It is not. Is that a problem? That would be a problem here. Or would it? It would only be a problem there for that Omni pipe, and that Omni pipe can be moved. So, yeah, I think we're going to remove the rail. So let's move you along there. Off you go, trains, or minecarts, or whatever you are. So, and we're going to redo this. Omni pipe. It's hopefully redo this Omni pipe. I'm not sure whether it's gonna work. So we're coming out. Can we just go over the top of there? No, we'll go through there. If we come to there, can we actually connect to that, or is that too high? I think I think I've just put Omni pipes inside that building. Yeah, I think that's too high for it. That's annoying, that one. And then we come down. There you go. Okay. I could have done that underground here. There's no Omni pipes underground here. Oh no, there are Omni pipes all over the place underground here. Ignore me, ignore me. Wow. Yeah, okay. That's why we did it above ground in the first place. That makes sense. That does make sense. Okay. We'll run the track all the way along there. We'll run it all the way along here. I'm going to go one away from there. So we've got a gap. And then it's got to come along there. And then in there. Okay. That's above it, so that won't affect it. They are below it, they won't affect it. In fact, we could put in the supports there if I could get my mouse in the correct place. There we go. Bit of support there as well, because we can. Okay. And then we need leather here, don't we? What was this doing? How do we have this working here? I can't remember. So we've got a ball function, so if oh, there. Ah, it drops on there. Ah, yes, of course. Right, so this is all set up. So if you or you want leather, so that's this barn or that wants leather, then this ball function will say true, and it will turn on a minecart stop, which will be over here. So we need a rail stop. There we go. Right, we need one there, one there. We need one there going in there, and then we need outputs here. You're an output, you're an output, you're an output, you're an output, you're an output. Okay. But we are also going to need logic for these to say, hey, only turn on if we've got more than 20 in there, because we don't want trains running around with just one thing in it. Okay, so what we need to do here then is set up some form of logic. Let's do it here because it's easy enough to see. So we want an inventory center, we want a math block, and then we want a ball and the ball wants to be set to and. Okay, and the inventory center has an offset there. Doesn't matter what it's sent in. You link to the math block. The math block has a must be greater than 20. Okay, and then you link to the ball function, and the ball function links to the train stop. Okay, and then we take this one here. What is this one? This one's going to be eggs. We take eggs delta block and we link that to there. And what that is doing is the inventory center will check the barn to find out what's in it. And it will say this is in it and how many are in it. and if the math block goes, if there's more than 20, if the inventory sensor says there's more than 20, then I'll send a true signal to the ball function. And the ball function, because it's an AND gate, it looks for true on all its inputs. So it's got one input here from this math block, and one input here from this system, and this system is doing exactly the same as the other one. It's just saying if I'm less than 50, then I'm true. So if that is true, so if that barn's got less than 50 and this barn has more than 20, both of them are true, so therefore turn the rail stop on, which means I want to turn the rail stop off for the moment. In fact, I want to turn all the rail stops off for the moment. I think. And that's very, very simple, easy logic to work. And what I should be able to do is I should be able to copy that and just paste it. Because I haven't set up the inventories specifically for any one, that should work. You might have to reset the offset for them to say, hey, what you're doing there. And you'll definitely have to reset the ball function to the rail stops. But copying logic is definitely a thing now, which is very, very helpful. You to there. Okay. Now we've got leather here. So leather wants to take it. So this one is going. If this is at less than 50, then true. So right now that is firing a true signal. So that's saying that's we've got less than 50. And this one here, if this has got less than 10, then true. Then this delta block will turn on that grabber and open that up. And it will say true to that one there. That ball function was been exact. I'm a little confused by why I did it this way. I'm trying to remember why I did it like this. Because the train's going to come along and permanently drop into this here, this storage. There's going to drop leather into this storage, so I fill it up to 100. But when you're less than 10, you turn on and you say we want more leather, and you can store 20 in there. So that would drop by 20. I'm going to have to assume this works, and I'm going to probably have to go back and find out what's going on. So I know that here it's saying if I'm less than 20, then true, and if this is less than 10, then true, and that's got an OR gate, so it's either that one or that one. So they don't have to both be true. One or the other has to be true. So that one will go over to the leather, to there, and then so if either of them are true, that will send a true signal here, and then this will go. So if that is true and we've got more than 20 in here, that's true. Turn on the rail stop. Okay, right, so that's eggs. This is beef. This is the big one. That's just going to have a delta block straight to the beef link. Boom. So if our beef is less than 50, then turn on, which is true. And then we got chicken, which will be the end one there. And then we got wool, which will be the middle one there. And that should, touch wood, all work. Right now it's not doing anything, because the trains aren't moving anyway. But let's turn the trains on. But I don't think any of the logic will fire until something has been set for it. I'm not sure. See, that's all firing there, true and false and other bits and pieces. You know, this is firing true, but because it's already fired, delta blocks only fire if they get a different signal. So this is why this isn't firing. This is why the leather isn't working, even though the leather wants to be true. Well, I think what I need to do is I've got enough storage here. Yeah, I think I need to kickstart this. I need to kickstart what's going on. So I need to manually look at what's going on here. Because we've left this logic intact but reset this logic over here, it's out of sync. So leather should be true. So all I need to basically do is go to the leather rail stop and turn it on, because that should currently be true. We'll go next. We've got hold on. This is true because it's less than 50. Wool, it's red because there's no wool in there, so it can't detect the wool, so that's definitely a true, so we need to turn that one on. Where's wool? There it is. Turn that rail stop on. Chicken we're okay for, eggs we're okay for, is beef is the other one. I don't just want to turn them all on. Chicken's good, that's good, it's beef. Because if I turn them all on, it will pick up the chicken, drop the chicken off, and this will still be false, so it won't re-trigger it. So you've got to set up the way you want to do things sort of correctly. Okay. So here we go. So we've just grabbed loads of wool. Everyone's got wool pretty much. How many minecarts do we have here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Might put in some logic to into that. There you go. Now that's got more than 50. That has triggered, which means that our wool here is off. Awesome. Now they're going to pick up loads of beef and go around. I might put in a thing to separate these out, like a 1 second delay somewhere, because at the moment they're going to be grabbing things far too often. So yeah, let's do that, shall we? Let's do a 1 second delay. So to do that, we need a barrier without pushing the escape. I'm going to let them all go by. Then I'll put it in. So we want a barrier, and then we want a. Do I have any of these things down here? A barrier. We want a timer. Don't think I have here. No, I don't. Logistics blocks. Compute blocks. Toggle, inventory, agent trigger, logic, timer. Let's put a timer down here as well, shall we? I also want an agent trigger. I have an agent trigger. Okay. So we put an agent trigger there, and on enter, you will trigger. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to put a timer block here. Toggle block there, and another timer block there. Now this is a little confusing to look at, but I'll explain it as I go. When a cart comes along and enters this block, this will trigger. This will send a signal going, hey, trigger. What we want to do is we want to set the agent block to a timer. We'll go to, let me lay this out a bit better actually, hold on. That was a bit of a failure there. Wow. Copy. Thank you. Oh. Okay. Agent trigger. We put the agent trigger there. Just to make things easier here. So yeah. So the agent trigger we're going to offset, and we're going to say that block there. So when a car enters this block here, you can put the agent trigger there. Would be fine. When it enters there, this will trigger. This agent trigger will fire that logic block. That logic block has a timer of 1 second. 1 second later, it will trigger, and I want it to trigger the toggle and that timer block. Okay, this timer block is going to be set to 0.1, and it's going to be set to the toggle, and the toggle is going to be set to the barrier gate. So what's going to happen is when a car comes in, it will go here, it will stop because the barrier gate won't let it go. This will trigger this timer. 1 second later, this timer will toggle the toggle block and the timer. The toggle block will open the gate because it will go from false to true. Then 0.1 second later, this will toggle, but trigger, because of the timer. and then tell the toggle to go false, close it again. So that'll let one cart through. And then when the next cart comes along, it'll wait 1 second, it'll let one cart through, and 0.1 second after it's on, it'll go off again. And it just basically a very simple toggle system. A little, I say simple, it looks complicated, but it's really not. It's very simple. It's basically a 1 second timer opens the gate, and then 0.1 seconds later it closes the gate. You just got to remember to link this timer gate to both of them. And I've got a mistake there. This is too quick, so this is going to have to be, is it 0.25 maybe? I'm not sure. And toggle that down there. Can't remember the exact timings of how long it takes a cart to get through. Let's find out. You are full of leather, so that's awesome. You've got loads of wool, you're dropping that all off. Awesome. There we go. And it's just spreading them out a little bit. Just to we've got a problem there with it. Well, let's just reverse him and then reverse him back in, just to spread them out a little bit. There is a much easier way to actually separate your carts out if you really want to. What you can do is build a bridge. If you have scaffolding, you can just go up and down on a bridge like that. And then what you need to do is put in normal rail track. Over it, rather than this, because this rail track will always carry at the same speed. But if you put normal rail track over it, then the carts will come along, they'll slow down going uphill, but won't speed up as fast going back downhill. So you can just slow them down that way. I'm not sure how it interacts depending on the speed of the rail. If you've got this rail and then another rail, it's probably not a problem. And the thing is with this, now that they're spread out like this, you can remove this. It's not necessarily required. It can be a temporary solution. So you don't have to do that. You could change the timer as well. You could have it wait for 2 seconds to spread them out even further if you wanted to. So yeah, there's plenty of things to do there. It just if you spread the carts out rather than have them all in one lump, it gives your system time to go, because you might require a lot of, say, wool here. We might just have a demand for a huge amount of wool, and if all our carts go by at once, then 3 or 4 of them might fill up, but the rest won't, because the wool might be empty. It's not now, but the wool might be empty. It might drop down, and if the wool drops down, then all them other carts will go past as empty. Whereas if they're spread out, the third, or you might have 2 or 3 carts that are empty, but the 4th or 5th one will then fill up again because they'll have more in there. So just a bit of timing delay, to give the goods time to pick up. See, we've got 2 carts together there again, so it's not quite working right. This timer is probably, it's got to be 0.2. Try 0.2. Getting it correct so that it stops a cart when they're right next to each other like that is, there we go, yeah, 0.2. 0.2 for this rail. If you're using the slow rail, the timing will be different, so you'd have to set up a timer differently there. Yeah, so that works. Okay. That is doing really well. That is awesome. So our next protocol is that we need to bring fertilizer from here over to the farms, because now we're getting, you see, all our carts are spread out a bit now, so, and they're dropping off in there because we're using goods. We're now using the goods, which is awesome. That's what I want. But now we need fertilizer. So I don't have anything underground. I think we're going to use Omni pipes to grab the fertilizer from all of these. And we'll then bring it somewhere. Maybe here, and maybe have the track that I want to do here, but we're going to use some different logic for doing that, which I've been teasing people for quite a few episodes. So I will actually, we'll do that. We'll do that next episode. So yeah, and also we need milk because milk is running out on us. We have a problem with milk. We're not making any cakes. We have now increased our happiness back up again because we've got more beef and things going on here, so that's all working, which is awesome. We've got leather going on here, but we're struggling for paper. Huh? Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, we are struggling for paper, so we need more wood. Wow, okay. Let's quickly do that, shall we? Or we can get some wood here. If I remove those goods there, button that down without dragging that around. Copy the forester to there. And go, would you please just drop wood down? Thank you. And then we'll just use a Omni pipe, pretty much the same as we have here. We don't want to do it above here, don't we? So we want to do it the highest up we can on there. Is that right? And then you can go straight into the side there. And no, that blocks our trains. Ah, that figured. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Yep, that's straight across the train track. That's not going to work. We can go up and over with this, or we can go down and under. We'll go up and over. There we go. Ah, and our logic has broken our train system. Yeah, something's gone wrong here. So this isn't working. This clearly isn't working. Let me try something here very quickly. I'm going to put in a normal rail there and there. Oh. There and there. And change this timer to I want to say 0.3. Point 3. Thank you. Hello. Yeah, I think it's the acceleration on them is the problem. The this speedy track is a bit off-putting for them. For the timing block, they can accelerate too fast to get past it. So there we go. So that'll do there. That if I just changed those two there and didn't have the barrier, it wouldn't work because they're going at such a speed here. They wouldn't lose enough momentum for that to make a difference. Yeah, awesome. Okay, that is working. That is working. We've got a forester here. Upgrade you. There we go. That'll get more oomph in there. More paper going, which is what we need because you were struggling for paper. Maybe we might need more lumber mills here, but we'll figure this out. So, yeah. So, that's where we'll leave it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again next time. And until then, as always, have fun.